Welcome back to another early access revisit. This is the Withering. Now, a couple of days ago, a beta was launched, basically the beta on Steam, not as in beta as in ready to go on sale soon. They've got this version and they've now got the beta, a newer version, which is still a work in progress, and it doesn't have a great deal in it, the beta at the moment, while they're working on it. But what we're going to do is we're going to look at that beta. We're going to have a look over this. This is the original version, how it came out. And then we're going to go and look at the beta version. But I've had to remove all the sound from it because it's very loud music and there are no options to do anything at the moment. So you're basically seeing it quite bare bones. So the sound's been removed, but I will commentate over it. So we'll get there once we've had a look at this. So this basically, if you've ever seen the original one, this is the how it originally looked. You've got all your little bars and your roster. You need to rest these people. This guy's actually wounded before they can go out. And your storage, equipment, general, gear. So a lot of sort of texty looking. The newer version changes all that. And camp upgrades. Missions, which we don't really have at the moment. Locations discovered. You could discover new locations. Construction, so you could build stuff. This just tells you how much stuff you need to build. And tasks. So you've got all that. But like I say, this is the older version, and I will close it in a sec. There we go. So what we'll do is we'll jump in and we'll have a quick look at it, then we'll go on to the newer version, and we will go to, let's go to Woodsfield Centre. This game will cost you about, I think it's £7 or your regional equivalent, so it's not an expensive game at the moment, it's very cheap. This is the version you will get if you download it. You can opt into the beta if you would like, but it's, to be honest, the beta one isn't really worth playing at the moment in its current condition. You will need to wait for a few more updates to get the zombies, the weapons and all the rest back into the game. Now it's early morning, so it's going to look a bit dark. I should have actually forwarded it today, but we'll get by like this. So we've got our inventory here with our weapons, and we have some blueprints. Nice. Right, let's see, we've got no bullets for that, and we've got 20 for that, so looks like we're using that. So this is one of the maps. There's obviously, you saw 4 of them, I believe it was. The beta at the moment has only got the 1. Don't know if they'll keep all the maps separated like this or whether they'll actually join them up in the new version. So the keys have changed a bit as well. This one you kick, the other one you jumped, or the new one you jump, so slight differences. So our first zombie. And this gun only holds 2 shots, so I'm going to make sure I reload it. Now, as long as with zombies there are actually bandits in the game as well, in some areas. And both the zombie and the bandit will try and kill you. Difference being the bandit will have machine guns quite often. Or rifles. Take that even though I haven't got a gun for it. So the aim of the game: collect loads of supplies, craft up your base, gather survivors, kill zombies and bandits. That's pretty it. I quite enjoy these kind of games, especially like this. There's a city, there's another map which you go out onto the farm, there's a sky bridge, and hopefully they would add a load more maps. I mean, they look quite good, they're fairly well detailed in bits and bobs just like that, you know, signs and things and dustbins and rubbish. So the zombies don't look too bad either, really. But like I say, this is the old version. So what we're going to do now is we're going to stop here and we will jump to the version that they're actually working on. So welcome to the beta. Now this is beta 2.0. Obviously you can see there's no sound in it. We've had to remove that due to the amount of music, and it is very loud with the music. Now hopefully it's not too dark. I've actually changed the recording software a little bit just for this part. Now we're just showing you here that in the newer version that you actually have traders you can trade with. So the other one we just went to was for storage. This one is for trading items. So the game itself is overall obviously is the same as the original, apart from it's all done in a different way now, a lot clearer. There's a lot more to the crafting. And this is your crafting section. These parts I don't think have been implemented yet, although maybe we just need to get blueprints. There isn't any zombies that I've found in it yet either, and I haven't found any weapons yet, so... So at the moment you just click this. You'll notice that when we're moving around we have to hit the out key to come out and use the pointer on things, which is a bit awkward, and hopefully they'll get that changed. That'll be now how you get back to your bases, through the sewer, I believe. When you find things at the moment anyway, they obviously like that, they're flashing blue. Now myself would prefer they didn't flash and you actually had to hunt for stuff, because the flashing blue thing just makes it too easy. Whether they'll keep that, whether they'll change it, we'll have to wait and see. Gone is the old version of finding stuff just lying around on cars and that. Again, I hope they change that. I mean, you don't have to put things on cars, but I do hope that they still just basically leave stuff lying around, because I find the game far more interesting when you've got to put a bit more effort into it to look for it, rather than just having places like that just telling you where they are or where to look. So as you can see, it's a dead world still, but I mean the graphics are much better. They've cleaned that up. They've cleaned up that choppiness, because there was a real choppiness before. The game was alright. I mean, you know, you could play it and that, but it did have these sort of very choppy moments. This world looks a bit crisper at the moment. It also runs a lot better again at the moment, while there's not a lot of stuff in it. Obviously when they start adding stuff that might change, you never know. Unfortunately, as far as the beta goes at the moment, it's just not worth really playing it, because they're just, you know, they're changing everything around. There just isn't anything much to do in it apart from a bit of crafting. Not that I found, unless I'm missing something, of course. and we kind of fell through the floor, but we didn't actually fall. We were going to jump down, so. And then we'll test the jumping in a minute. Jumping's quite good. Well, it looks quite good, the animation anyway. Now in the old version you could go up those ladders and that, and this one at the moment you can't, so. Like the fire ladders and that. You can obviously crouch the same as the old one. Now if they can stick to this and get this game right, it will be quite a nice little game. I mean, it was a nice little game for what there was of it. But if they can make it look like this, then it should be really nice. As long as it doesn't get hung out to dry like a lot of them do. They suddenly change, redo the whole game like a lot of them do, and then half of them don't bother finishing them, so we'll see what happens. But I don't know, I mean they've got the basics there of it, so it's just how far they're willing to take it. But like I say, at the moment, if you were to pick this game up, like there's only £7 or regional equivalent, you will get that old version to be able to play. I wouldn't bother necessarily playing this one until they've had a few more updates and added maybe the maps, if they can add those back in, and obviously they need weapons and zombies and things to put in as well. But I thought we'd have a look at this one just to sort of get a general idea of how it's changing. So there you have it. That's another revisit of the Withering.